You in tune to the Focuz TV1 network in the Limelight Live.
What's up, everybody? It is your host, the American Dream, Luca Brassy. Everybody, welcome to In the Limelight Live on the Focuz TV1 network. With me right now is my wonderful, wonderful guest, the CEO of iHeart Clothing, Miss LaQuita Burks-Echols. How are you doing tonight, my dear?
I'm fine. How you doing?
We're doing fantastic. You know how we do. We're keeping it real. We're doing our thing. And how about you? Are you staying fashionable?
Yes, you know
Yes.
I am.
Excellent, excellent. I love it. So, I know a little bit about what you do and everything. Obviously, most people should know what iHeart is. Okay,
Right.
there's obviously the brand. That brand is in a lot of different things. I want to ask you first. First and foremost, are you happy and are you healthy? That's the number one thing.
Yes, I am. Smiling
All right.
and glowing on the inside and out.
Excellent, excellent. So have you been able to dodge the virus and everything, or did
Oh,
you fall subject?
yes.
All right, excellent, good. Good. Myself too. It's crazy, I know people that caught this thing like 3-4 times. And I've never I myself have dodged it like Neo Matrix style. You know what I'm saying? So
I had it when it first came out though, but
did you?
I'm fine now.
All right, excellent. So, we're going to get started here now. Okay. We know obviously what you do. Very, very prestigious, very prestigious. Got to give you credit and daps on that. So how did you, absolutely. Now, how did you first get started into that industry? Like, how did you know that this was where you wanted to be and what you wanted to do?
It wasn't. I didn't have an idea at all. I really just started making t-shirts, and I was just doing custom stuff. So I started doing like this year, March of this year is when I started the clothing brand. Well, the name. I got the name. I got the name from my daughter. She was like, let's do iHeart. We was trying to come up with something. We couldn't think of a name. She was like, let's do iHeart. I was like, you're right. Let's do it. But we only use the words at first. We just do words, iHeart. So we use the word with the heart in it.
Gotcha.
And I was like, okay, women are worded, but men ain't gonna word it. It's just plain, you know. So I kept on having visions about it. The brand. I kept having visions about it. So every time I have vision about it, I get up and I get on my computer and I try to put something together. But I couldn't get it. So I was trying to get somebody else to do the image for me, but it never came out right. So it was actually meant for me to do. So I put together the heart. It's a heart with the band-aid on it.
Okay. I like it. Very nice artwork there.
Thank you. And I was like, you know what? I like it. Men like it, but they not gonna wear a heart too much because of the pride. They like walking around with no heart on me all the time. So I was like, since I'm all about, making my little money or whatever, I was like, let me do the iHeart with a bird because the men like the bird. And I was like, I'm gonna do a money bag too. So
Excellent.
a lot of people, I was like, okay, that's cool too. So I end up doing just like a plain bird, but I put the iHeart inside of the eye.
Okay. Creative. Very creative.
Yeah. I be coming up with all types of stuff for my brand. But a lot of people thought it was just a brand, just something to make money off of.
Right.
In the case, like it's a real powerful meaning behind it, and it means a lot to me.
Gotcha. Very nice. So yeah, good artwork there. Very nice. I like it. Very creative. Now you mentioned your daughter. Now is she directly involved with what you're doing currently too?
No.
She's not. Okay, but the initial idea and stuff you guys came up with together.
Yes.
Okay, all right,
because
nice.
she already knew what it was for, so we was trying to figure out a name for it, but we couldn't think of a name. And she was like, "iHeart." I was like, "You right." That's
Nice.
What we do.
I like it. Very nice. Now, can you describe to us in the audience what in your terms, what does fashion, what does that mean to you in your world?
Like fashion means looking good from head to toe. That's what it is to me. Matching shoes with the clothes.
Okay.
And
Gotta have if you're wearing a ball cap, you gotta be rocking some matching shoes and all that. Yes. Okay. I like it. Yes. Now, as far as the brand and everything goes, okay. Where do you see yourself bringing that brand? Like, what exactly is the goal? What's the future? What is it that you'd like to accomplish with the brand that you have?
I'm gonna have iHeart clothing in every state all over the world in stores, just like Nike, Jordan. Gonna see iHeart in the clothes in the store as well. It's gonna be a multi-million-dollar company.
All right. Excellent. I don't know if you know anything about Einstein's law of attraction or anything, but do you do that kind of stuff? Do you have a vision board or anything like that, or you just keep everything kind of in your brain, locked and loaded, and just ready to go?
I have a vision board too because I actually dreams it in vision. Yes, and I write it down in my journal.
Gotcha. Awesome. Yes. I'm telling you, so many people don't realize how powerful that is. You know what I mean? They have the vision, they know what they want to do, but it's those little steps, the daily tasks and everything, the discipline and all that, and the drive that helps get you to that goal. Exactly. So it sounds very cliche when people say like, have your ultimate goal and then set little goals to get there. It's like, oh, that sounds so corny now, but nah, it's actually true.
Yes, very true. Got to set them goals so you won't overstep too much. You won't have too much on your hands. Yes, you have to have those goals set in place.
Very true. So we're going to cut to a quick little commercial break right now, folks. Okay, but do stay tuned because when we come back, we got a lot more to talk about with Miss LaQuita Burks-Echols. Stay with us, folks.
God bless you, man. If you're looking at this video, that means that you woke up. That means that God has a purpose for your life, no matter what you've been through, no matter what you've been through, no matter what you've been through. I'm going to say it again. No matter what you've been through, you can achieve anything. Put your mind to it, put your grind to it, make the sacrifice, get up, have self-belief, guys. Believe in yourself. Forget about validating yourself to others, man. Validate yourself to yourself. Believe in yourself. Get out there and grind hard. Get out there and make a dream a reality, man. Never give up. God bless you.
I'm stuck in my ways, yeah, that's for sure. You got it.
Believe in yourself and your dreams.
What's up, everybody? It is the American Dream, Luca Brassy. Do you have a branding issue? Don't miss out, folks. Get your advertisement or commercial played on one of our epic shows in the Limelight Live every Wednesday night, hosted by yours truly, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For more information, contact Teflon Taylor at info@focus.media.com.
Welcome back to In the Limelight Live, folks. It is your host, Luca Brassy. With me right now, LaQuita, Burks-Echols in the control room. My man, Teflon Taylor. Shout outs to you, Teflon. Don't you ever think I forgot. So, LaQuita, let's get back rolling with you now, okay? Before we left, okay, we talked a little bit about the goal setting, reaching the ultimate goal, you know what I'm saying, the vision board and all that good stuff, your journal, all fantastic. Now, what's some of the things, okay, with your brand and all that and everything that you're doing, okay? Again, wonderful, by the way. Can't say it enough. But with all that, what do you find that inspires you? Like when you want to make a new design, what kind of inspiration, where do you draw that inspiration from?
I dream it. I dream it. I have the dreams about it, and I get up and I get on my computer and I make it. Well, I do it on my phone.
Okay.
I do everything myself.
You hear that, people? Comes from within. Yes. Always has to come from within. So make sure you remember that. I hope y'all are taking notes on this. Okay. Okay. So Now you said your children don't currently really have a whole lot to do with it, but they did help you come up with the
My
brand and
daughter,
everything
yeah, yeah,
at the
we
beginning.
came up with the name, because I couldn't
Now
figure out the name for it.
I got you. Now, is it something that she wants to be involved with later, or is she just
Oh,
kind of
they
happy
they
doing
are
her own thing?
involved, but they not hands on right now because they in school.
Okay. Okay, I got you. I'm with it. I'm with yeah. I was on yeah. School is so important. I always remember when I was a kid. You know, when I was coming up and everything, I always did really good in school, but I wasn't a naturally gifted kid. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like a lot of the people that I came up with, like my friends, there was this one kid. He was one of my best friends. His name was Andrew Martin, and he was valedictorian. Like he was
right.
like smart, but it made him also very socially awkward. But great dude. But I always said academics when you're young have to come first. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Always have the education first and then everything else follows. You know, I
right.
always think that that's really, really important. So
Yep,
that's a good thing. That's a beautiful
it
thing.
is.
All right. So now moving along here, okay? As far as you go, okay? Tell us directly, who would you say LaQuita Banks-Echols is? Or LaQuita Burks-Echols, excuse me.
Strong, wise, humble. Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. Very good. Now, do other people like get involved with the brand, or is it really just you and
Just
your
me.
mind,
Me
just
and
you
my
and your
kids.
mind?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yep. That's it.
all
Them
right,
visions and them dreams, they come true.
very good, very good. And now, obviously, we know, okay, building a brand now has been made easier in some respects, but also harder in other respects. Okay, and I always said the
Yes.
same thing with any kind of entertainment or music. The internet being one of the biggest tools. Okay, now the internet has
Right.
gotten so big, and just as an example, take hip hop artists. Okay, like myself, back a long time ago, it was harder to get your stuff out there. But once you did, lots of times it was
Right.
more likely to be looked at and taken seriously because now there's such a flood with the internet that
Right.
it's made it just as difficult in certain ways. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
everybody's on there now. So
Right.
as far as technological advances go, do you think that it's done more benefit or more harm, or do you think it's kind of balanced? Like, how does technology really play a role in what you do?
Um, it's it benefits it in some way, but some it don't. You know, you have people who really don't support you that you actually know. So
Yeah.
me, I boost my ads, boost my business page, so it
Hmm.
be people that I don't know who's into my brand.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, like for me, like the internet has made I remember I was watching this is an example. I was watching Straight Outta Compton, the movie about NWA, okay?
Yeah.
And when I was watching that movie, the scene when they were just walking in and handing their stuff out to the radio station to get in play, and that's how
Yeah.
they got big. I got so mad because I'm like, if it were only still that simple to just walk in and pay somebody here, play my records 5 times this week. You know what I mean? I looked at my ex
Right.
girlfriend. I was like, I done would have been famous already. I'm like, if it was that simple. I'm like, I was
Yeah,
like,
it's a little bit
so
hard now. It ain't like that.
yeah, and that's why I'm saying, like, so I agree with you 100% that in some ways, like the technology and things like the internet has made things easier, but
Right.
also by the same token, it's also made things a lot harder. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Especially when
So
everybody doing the same thing.
right. Yeah, yeah. And that's another problem is there's so many different like artists and actors and like all sorts of people
Yes.
out there. It makes the, very, very difficult to like
Yes.
really get out there and get your name out there, get your brand
Right.
out there and all that
Right.
good stuff. But
That's true.
the best part about it is if you do get on and you do make the right connections, the internet's gonna only benefit that at that point and make it
Right.
bigger.
That's when the
Make
benefits
it
come in because they're gonna ride the wave. That's what it
exactly.
is. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Exactly, 100%.
Yes.
Now, in your opinion, okay, obviously you're very talented at what you do.
Yes.
So, what would you say it really does take to become a fashion designer? For anybody watching that might be thinking about getting into it, what would you recommend?
You have to be focused. You have to be focused on it. It's got to be something that you want to do, not just something that you're just trying to make money from. It's got to be passionate, something that you really want to do, and it's got to be from the heart.
Excellent. Good advice. Very good advice. Everything, just like we said earlier in the show, everything people do, it's got to come from within.
Right.
Everything. Okay.
Yes.
You never want to do things just because other people want you to do it or you think you should be doing it. It's like, what do you want to do? You know what I mean?
Yes. True.
It's like, it sounds cliche, but again, YOLO, you only live once. You know what I mean? So it's like, do you want to live a life where you did everything everybody else thought you should do? Or do you want to do
what you want to do?
Exactly. Right. I was watching the movie Rocket Man, the movie about Elton John. And one of the things that I really, really liked in that movie was when the guy looked at him when he was in the club and he looks at him, he says, nah, man, he says, you got to kill the person that you were meant to be so you can become the person that you want to be.
True.
And because there's so many people that'll say they think what you should be doing or whatever, but it's like, is that what you really want to do?
True.
You know, or so do it for yourself. Okay. Yeah. Now, with all this good, wholehearted, positive talk and everything, I want to flip the script just for a second and ask you this question. Okay. At any point, and also if you have, please share why. And if you haven't, that's fine too. But if you have, tell us why. Have you ever thought about giving up on what you're doing, giving up on your brand?
No.
Okay. Anyway, and why is that?
Beginning. Because it's really, really deep for me. The brand is actually like really, really deep. I can tell y'all my slogan is it's called iHeart, but it say I was broken, but now I'm healed and strong. So I made a new logo because the other ones, they were okay, but it wasn't the vision that was supposed to be put with iHeart. So I came up with something else. This is one of them. I put the I inside of the heart, and I also put the Band-Aid, and it means I was broken, but now I'm healed. The Band-Aid is to heal with the strong arms. So I was broken, but now I'm healed and strong.
Very nice. I like it. And I got to tell you, it's almost like your brand is like the same kind of, it's like when you get a tattoo, like they all have meaning behind them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not, and also it's not cookie cutter. Like I hate hearing stories. Like if you ask somebody, oh, where'd you get that tattoo? It's like, oh, got that when I was 18. I just picked it out of the book. I'm like, why? I have 9 tattoos and not one of them did I get just because I saw it in a book and thought it was cool.
Well, I got 32 and I did pick one out the book because it was cool.
Now, but the thing is like, as long, I guess, as you like it, it's okay. But with what you're saying about your brand, you really have concepts and ideas behind everything that you do. You know what I mean?
And that dreaming is always a vision and a dream. And I wake up and put it together. And this one right here was it. This one was it. It was the real meaning behind it.
Excellent. Very nice. So we're going to do right now, folks, we're going to cut to one more quick little commercial break. But when we come back, we'll be wrapping things up. I have a few more questions for you, dear. Okay. So folks, do not go away. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this.
You know we different with it. In the spotlight on the gifted music artists from all walks of life.
Yeah, that's right. It's your time to shine. On the Focuz TV1 network with your man Devlon, the creator Taylor. The Countdown Show, powered by Focuz.media. www. Focuz.media.com.
You know, sometimes in life, man, you're blessed. And you got to take things for what it is and don't take it for granted.
www.focuz.media.com. That's right. True facts. Tune in. That's right. www.focuz.media.com. Tune in. That's right. Yeah, we're bringing it to you, radio. We're bringing it to you. Facts. www.focuz.media.com.
Call myself a 1. Call myself a 107.
It's McLaren, go ahead, please.
Hey, McLaren, we got a party one comma for you. Let me know when you're ready to copy.
Go ahead, I'm ready.
I got a mail patient coming in. Mid-60s, I'm guessing. We got on scene, found the patient to be...
What's up, everybody? It is the American Dream, Luca Brassy. Do you have a branding issue? Don't miss out, folks. Get your advertisement or commercial played on one of our epic shows in the Limelight Live every Wednesday night, hosted by yours truly, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For more information, contact Teflon Taylor at info@focuz.media.com.
Welcome back, folks. Again, your host, Luca Brassy. With me is LaQuita Burks-Echols. So thank you again, dear, for being with us. We absolutely love your vibe. We absolutely love everything about you. We love your brand. You know, it's great. And I love to see people that not only have the idea, the germ of the idea, but actually put their stuff into action. You know what I mean? I love that, because there's so many people heard a long time ago, there's nothing worse in the world than wasted talent. Right. When you have the talents, you know, you got to push with it, but you can't just rely on your talent. You got to work hard, because then there's that other saying, hard work will override talent if talent doesn't work hard.
True.
So we can't forget that either. Now, we know we've been talking about all your clothing brand, fashion design, all that stuff. But the one question that I have not asked you yet that I think is very important is, what is your absolute favorite part of what you do, the actual branding? Is it coming up with the ideas, when you're actually working on the ideas, or when you see the end product? Like, what's your favorite part of it?
I love it. It's like my hard skips will be every time I work with it. All of it from the beginning to the end.
Okay. And this is a question. This is a question that I actually just thought of. I got to ask you this, because it has happened to me where, like, when I get done working on a certain song or whatever, even after I'm just done writing, it has happened after I've recorded and heard the product. But sometimes something gets so deep with me that I get a little bit emotional. So do you ever find that happening to you? Like, after you're done, like, the time and effort you put into something, where you look at it, you shed a bit of a tear, a little bit?
Always. Don't be busting me out like that. Always, though. Always.
No, I think
because it means so much to me. It means so much to me.
Yeah, that's happened to me a couple of times. I remember there was this one song I was working on a few years back. It was very, very in depth. It was basically a Picasso in words.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a very, very fun song to write. I'll put it that way, because it got really, really intense to the point where, as I'm writing, I'm starting to shake, and I'm like, where is my brain taking me right now? I'm like, how am I coming up with this? I was like, this is not, I'm starting to think, like, is there something wrong with me? Like, there's not normal. So, so in that case, it was the opposite type of emotion. I wasn't like, oh my God, I'm so happy. I worked so hard on this. I actually stopped working on the record because it got too intense. I was just like, okay, I was like, this is a little bit. So, but anyway, so I always, yeah, I think it's important, you know what I mean, to love what you do, appreciate it. And if it's really in here, if you really got it in you, it should make you emotional, whether it's happy or, you know what I'm saying? Or like, you're so happy, you just start crying.
Yeah, happy emotion. That's how I be.
So
I'll be just in here, just doing something for myself. Eventually, I'm going to put this on my list too. So my heart got the glass.
Oh, that one's sharp. I like that. With the shades.
Yes, and he got the little string hanging from it.
Yeah, I see that. That's awesome, kid. That's great. That's great.
The bottom.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I gotta say, you have not shown me one thing that's similar to the other thing. Everything is like different, but still maintains the heart, no pun intended, of what you're doing. Right.
True. Very true.
I think that's great. And the fact that you're able to come up with these ideas on your own, is great, because I'm sure you've heard of, in the hip hop industry, I'm sure you've heard of ghostwriters.
Right. True.
You know what I mean?
No, nobody doing it but me.
Oh, I know, and that's great. That's the way it should be. You're like the Eminem of clothing design. Always
work with Eminem one day and let him wear.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That'd be a feather in the cap. So before we go off here in a couple of minutes, dear, please shout out your social media content for people, and where they can find your brand or contact you, please.
On Instagram, you can find me at iHeart Clothing, all lowercase letter, _2022. Instagram, Facebook is iHeart Clothing. Yeah. My website will be up on Friday. So if you follow me on either one of those, you will be able to see the website to be able to go on and shop.
All right, excellent. And that's this Friday, right? Day after tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful. All right, folks. So that's going to be October 14th. Write it down on your calendars.
Yes, please.
Don't forget, otherwise Luca Brassy will have you sleeping with the fishes. You know what I'm saying? Oh dear. Okay. So last thing I'd like you to do, dear. We got your contact information, social media. Okay. Great interview. So now, if you would, please, any shout outs for anyone that you would like to give, anybody at all.
I don't have any shout outs.
No shout outs? Okay. Fair enough.
Well, I do have my aunt. She pushed me a lot. She like, don't stop. And Jay as well.
All right, excellent. Very good. All right, dear. Listen, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. Okay, this was a great show.
Right.
Okay, really, really good vibes. Keep up on the hard work that you're doing, okay? Because it's already paying off. You know? I love it. So, folks, okay, in the Limelight Live, I will see you guys next week. Again, don't forget, this is Luca Brassy on the host and Teflon Taylor in the control room. Shout outs again to you, Teflon. LaQuita, Burks-Echols, brand, iHeart, clothing. Thank you so much for being with us, folks. We will see you next time. Thank you for inviting me. One love. Absolutely. Peace and power.
You in tune to the Focuz TV 1 network in the Limelight Live.
What's up, everybody? It is the American Dream, Luca Brassy. Do you have a branding issue? Don't miss out, folks. Get your advertisement or commercial played on one of our epic shows in the Limelight Live every Wednesday night, hosted by yours truly, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For more information, contact Teflon Taylor at info@focuz.media.com.